cat beat me to this lady right here. In the wild, you'd never see it or hear it. It's just like anything. I've been tracking before powder tone. In the wild, you never ever see them. Now this one here, I've never been to that part of the world. I've been to Asia many times, but not to Berber, Sumatra. Cat's full grown, what, 60 pounds, I think, 40 to 60. This cat's legs are very short. Matter of fact, when this cat grows up, his legs will grow very little from now until he gets to be 40, 50 pounds. His legs look abnormal when this animal's full grown. That's because he lives his life, 90% of his life, he lives in trees. 90%. The only cat in the world lives 90% of life in trees. That coat, look very closely at that coat. That coat sells for $80,000 in the black market.
Oh my God.
$80,000. That's one of the reasons the cat almost went to extinction. And we thought we had that pretty well under control until I read about 4 weeks ago that they found 30 pelts of this animal in the Middle East for sale. Now, I think there were ones that were killed way back, but who knows? The point is that they're very, very expensive. So we've tried to stop that with what we call CITES, which is an international treaty we have on endangered species. But obviously some countries don't pay much attention to it. This animal has some of the longest canine teeth of any cat in the world, up to 2 inches long. It's not classified as a small cat or a large cat, like an ocelot. It's not like a large cat. It's in its own class, I think.
Basically, big cats purr, lesser cats. No, lesser cats purr, big cats roar. This doesn't either.
So it's kind of in its own class there. It's a very unique, different looking animal. You look at the head, it's almost like a dog's head or something. It's not even like most cats' heads when it grows up. That coat gets gored, that coat gets big clouds on it, it's full grown. Again, this is what, 14 weeks, I think?
Yeah, she's 4 weeks.
About 4 months.
Oh.
But they're a
So
unique
pretty.
creature, beautiful long tail there. In just a second, I'm going to bring one more cat back in if Keith didn't have time. We'll bring it in. It's a spectacular animal. This is one of my favorites. They're all my favorites. You need help, Keith?
I want a copy of your pictures.
So this is the clouded leopard. You have any questions on those two animals? How old again? Well, they can live in a wild, the wild is hard to say. In the wild can be 10 years, 20. In a zoological field, it can be up to 20, 25 years.
Oh.
Remember what I said about computers? There are more in zoological parks around the world. This cat has a computer chip. A computer chip. This cat has a computer chip in its shoulders. That way we can trace this cat anywhere in the world. This cat will leave Columbus in about 6 months. It could go to California, it could go to Australia, it could go to Europe, it could go to Russia, it could go anywhere. Anywhere, any zoological park that has this animal. That when the computer chip tells us exactly the animal's genealogy, where it's from. And zoos didn't do that 20 years ago. And now all our endangered species are all chipped. We know exactly how to follow these animals throughout their lifetime. And this animal will probably, I'm sorry to say, this animal will probably be extinct in the wild, I would say, in the next 3 to 5 years. And in zoos, you can keep them alive for hundreds of years. But that's obviously, if we have to do that, we have to do that. But to release them back in the wild, it can be quite a while before that's ever done. Yes?
When did you guys start microchipping?
I think Columbus Zoo started microchipping, I bet you, 12, 15 years ago. I'm just guessing that.
Oh, he's so cute.
I'm not involved with I'm obviously at the zoos where our office is, and I'm involved there on the board and all that stuff, make decisions, but I don't run day to day. But that's the hearing that, Julie. That hearing, how long ago we microchip? I think it's 10 or 15 years. The zoo world, everyone, back when I first started, back in the, when I started working at the Knoxville Zoo, like 1959 or 1960, a long time ago. Zoos throughout this country were nothing to look at. Most of them weren't that good. But today, most every zoo that's accredited today has these animals in it better than most people throughout the world. If you travel the world like I have, they have food, veterinary care. Now, someone says, "Well, it's not the wild." And that's what a lot of animal rights people will try and tell you, especially you guys in school. 95% of them are a bunch of trash. And when I say that, at my age, I usually wouldn't say that 10 years ago. But you'd be very careful now. You have a lot of farmers, a lot of ranching communities throughout the country I talk to, and especially one called PETA. Be very, very careful of them. They've been involved in some stuff that's really criminal. Let's put it that way. They have about, I usually don't get serious in my speeches, they have about $80 to $90 million in their bank account, and they spend maybe $2 million a year on animals. What they are, though, they're a tremendous PR machine. Matter of fact, I wish the zoos had a PR machine like they have. Unbelievable. How they're in our middle schools now. They're actually infiltrating our middle schools. Telling kids, everyone has a right to not eat meat or eat meat or whatever you want to do. But they don't want you to have pets, they don't want to have cows, they don't want to have anything. They want the whole world to be free. And you know something? That would be a great idea. But it's not going to happen in the lifetime of this planet. The planet will have to always change. Will have to totally change. I doubt we'll all be where we're not going to be here. A new planet will have to exist for us to ever not,
He's so cute.
if we're not to ever have zoos. I remember a guy named Danny Thomas. You remember him? Some of you remember. He started St. Jude Hospital in Memphis. Well, Julie had severe type of cancer, not once but twice. And only 2 kids survived with her type of cancer when she was there in the 70s. Danny Thomas, before he died, came into me and said, Jack, the greatest day in the world will be when we can blow up St. Jude's Hospital. I said, what are you talking about? It just saved my daughter's life. He said, no, that means there's a cure for leukemia, or this type of leukemia she had, cancer. And the greatest day in the world for me would be when we can blow up all the zoos. But that's never going to happen during our lifetime, the lifetime of this planet. What zoos do today, because 99% of our animals, folks, come from other zoos. They don't come from the wild. 99% come from other zoos throughout the world. And so that's the first argument you can put down with them right now. Because they're always trying to tell us, Jack Hanna captures them in the wild, puts them in a box, and brings them back in the plane. Now what we do is if Glacier National Park will call me, or somewhere in Canada or the Northwestern Territory, say, hey, we have a polar bear, it's getting in the dump here. It's a pretty young one. If you get one that's 12 or 15 years old, 20 minutes, it won't work. If you get one that's young, like grizzlies, like we have in Columbus Zoo, they have a choice. Either kill them, or they go to the zoological park. And when they're young like that, they don't know. See, 99% of our animals that are born in a zoo, someone says, well, is it like the wild? The answer is obviously no. But we try and make our natural habitats to resemble that. But these animals, just like if you were born, let me see, if you were born in this room here, not of lights and all that kind of stuff, and you lived here all your life, you would not know. Maybe that's not right for you to be here. You see where I'm coming from? Mm-hmm. In zoos today, we try and recreate these natural habitats that are beyond comprehension. And it's amazing. We even have animals that are from Australia on night times, daytimes, just switch them all around for them. So it's just amazing what we're doing right now. This next animal is one here that is just spectacular.